I'm your morning witch, and today is Thursday, June 5th. Happy Thursday! And apologies for no witchy wordy Wednesday yesterday. I couldn't think of any words, but we're kind of going to revisit that subject because today we're going to talk about the words we choose and what that means for what we're saying. And I realize that the theme does go better with Witchy Wordy Wednesday, but these things happened yesterday in the afternoon, the latter part of the day, so it wouldn't have helped inspire a Witchy Wordy Wednesday day anyway. And I just couldn't think of any words that I hadn't already covered while I had the time. So the words that we choose to use when we are communicating, those words can denote things that maybe we don't even realize. But words we choose when we talk about certain things, some words can be derogatory, like absolutely derogatory, even if we don't intend them that way. In the context that they're used, they can be derogatory and they can lead to discrimination. And let me explain. So if you make a post or you make a meme that talks about how celebrating sinners for a month is why the world's so bad and we should instead celebrate God for a month, then you try to say that you're not trying to be hateful and you're just trying to celebrate God, except because there's nothing wrong with celebrating your God, whether it is the Christian or Hebrew God, or it's the Islamic God, or it's a God of a different pantheon. We're all welcome to celebrate our gods, and there's nothing wrong with celebrating our gods. But on this one, it's the language chosen. It was a choice to say something about celebrating sinners for a month with a rainbow background, because you're choosing to say that individuals who live an LGBTQ lifestyle are sinners. That for not even their beliefs, not their actions, so to speak, but just the way they choose to live their life is just completely in sin. And so instead of celebrating their sinful lifestyle for a month, you should instead celebrate God. That's discriminatory, the way that those words were chosen. It was derogatory to call the people that you're speaking about sinners because you're talking about who they love and who they choose to celebrate life with. And then you're trying to say that you're just sending a loving message, not a discriminatory message. But that's 100% no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's a discriminatory way to say what you're saying. You can talk about honoring God and celebrating God without being derogatory toward an entire people. You can. Simply put, you can. It was a choice to phrase the message the way you phrased it. And so it wasn't loving, it was derogatory, and it was discriminatory because you chose to use the words you chose to use. Just like if you choose to call divination fortune telling. Let's break it down. Divination is a divine connection. It is a message from the divine, the gods, the spirits, the divine. That is what divination is. So by referring to divination as fortune telling or a game of chance, you are being completely derogatory toward the practice, and it comes from a place of discrimination because you don't see it as valid. So you are discriminating at a people and their beliefs because you find no value in it. So you are choosing to use derogatory terms to discriminate. You can try to say that that's not what you're doing, but word choice matters. So on this Throwback Thursday, because I didn't do a Witchy Wordy Wednesday, but these things happened on Witchy Wordy Wednesday, or they came to my level of vibe, my universe on Witchy Ready Wednesday. Too late to do the video for Your Morning Witch, but not too late to Throwback Thursday, back to yesterday, where we talk about words. Because it's straight discrimination and it's straight up a choice. You can choose to use derogatory words, or you can choose to use words that are not derogatory in nature so as to not make your message full of discrimination. If you have any questions, please feel free to shoot them down here in the comments and I will explain further what I mean. And also, if you have any words you would like me to cover for Witchy Wordy Wednesday, same thing, shoot them in the comments. Bye.